Hello. Thank you. I traveled here with two friends who are here for the very first time. We had a delightful discussion last night about how they're frustrated because they've launched these rockets of desire and it's not manifesting yet. And so I was trying to tell them to be patient, enjoy the ride, it'll happen, get in the receptive mode.
Before you go further, we want to say something to you. We really like the way that your conversation unfolded here. It's not manifesting yet. Those were your words. And we want to just remind you that manifesting means you're translating it from a vibration into something that is tangible. So rather than saying it's not manifesting yet, it's better if you say, I'm not in the mode where I can see it coming. And the reason you can't see it coming is because you're looking through beliefs that blind you. And even though there is evidence of its coming, in other words, if you were on the highway and you were going somewhere, let's say you're going to drive 1,000 miles from here to there, and most of the time during this journey, you're not there. But you're also not discouraged because you can witness yourself getting closer. And that's what we want you to begin to understand about this manifesting business. We want you to witness yourself getting closer so that you realize that you're closing in on it. It's getting closer and closer and closer to that full manifestation where you can use your eyes and ears and so forth to completely acknowledge its existence. And so it hasn't manifested yet is never true. But what is true is I'm blind to its obvious unfolding because I'm on a vibrational wavelength that keeps me from recognizing it. And because I'm a stubborn human, I want to see the full, see it, hear it, smell it, taste it, touch it version of it before I will even admit I'm on the way to it. And that's what we wish for you to stop doing. When your dog can hear things that you can't hear, do you say, stop it, you little faker? Or do you acknowledge that your dog really can hear something you can't hear? And so we're not here to sharpen your hearing. We're here to sharpen your awareness of. But it takes a little bit of understanding of how the laws of the universe work. You have to begin to use another sense. Rather than seeing it or hearing it or smelling it or tasting it or touching it, we want you to sense it. We want you to sense that it is there. We want you to sense its existence. And as you sense it, which in the beginning might just be hoping for it, which is a whole lot better than doubting it, pretty soon it will get big enough that you'll be on the trail of it. Esther remembers watching this magnificent dog. Oh, such a hound dog. And his parents threw an object, it was a football, off into some very dense woods. And this man had a strong arm and he threw it far and fast into very dense trees and bushes and underbrush. And Esther thought, that dog will never, ever find that. And it was right back with it. It was right back with it. It didn't have to see it. It could sense it. It used its nose, but you have a sensor too.
It's interesting because my friends, and I love them dearly, Nora's going to be a published author someday, but she's frustrated because the book isn't published yet. And Lou is going to be a financial planner, and she's just frustrated because the money's not flowing yet. And I try to tell them, be patient, it's coming, it's coming. I kind of have the opposite.
Before you go further, you're really good at setting these up. Before you go further, we don't want anyone to have patience, because if you need patience, that means tolerating being not in the receptive mode. I've asked for it and it is given, but I'm not letting it in. And since I'm not letting it in, I have to learn to be patient about not letting it in. And we say, why be patient about not letting it in? Why not let it in? And you say, because we can't see it. And we say, well, just look a little more. Look more carefully for it.
We talked about the corn growing analogy, and you've mentioned it before. You plant the seed and you don't stand over it and say, where's my corn? You have to be patient to allow that to manifest and eventually work.
Are you patient or are you knowledgeable? Is that patience or is that knowledgeable?
Just knowing that it's going to take some time to grow?
You know, you're not stupid. You know that it's going to take more than now. You're not just standing there. I'm waiting for you. Oh, there's a hole in Esther's sock. I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for you. No, you get on with other things. You do other things that are important to you. You're not just standing there learning to develop patience. You're getting on with life. Patience is not a positive emotion. Patience is putting up with something that doesn't feel good. And if you're working hard to develop patience, then you're sort of working in the wrong direction. We don't want you to be patient. We want you to be optimistic, and we want you to be eager, and we want you to feel good. But sometimes you want to focus upon things that are already here rather than standing in a yearning stance waiting for something that isn't here to get here, or you want to sense its existence even before you can see it and hear it and smell it and taste it and touch it. And that's not patience. That's acknowledgement. That's knowledge.
Very good.